Hello everyone, my name is Himanshu Pandey, and in this presentation, I am going to present how to build an effective team from the subject developing terms and effective leadership. So let's start with the definition. Uh, a group of people with a different skill set and different tasks who work together on a common project, on a common project, services or goals with a meshing function and a mutual support. So this is a definition of how to build an effective team. So let's try to understand in details what is a team. So this is a beautiful image where it says like together everyone will achieve more. So if you will make a team which is an effective, so you can achieve more if you work accordingly. So let's try to understand the process of the making effective team. So the first step is to in order to make a effective team. So the first step is define a purpose. So if you are planning to make a team, so you need to define a purpose, like for what purpose you need a team. What is a purpose to hire a people or to gather a people? So if you have a purpose, so then you can start assembling the team. So second step is assemble a team. So you have a purpose, then you have started assembling a team. Then after assembling, you need to determine them goal. Means for in the very first stage you have decided the purpose. In the second step you gather them, and the third stage, like, you have to determine the goal to them. Like you have already created a purpose for yourself, but in the third stage you need to determine them that goal, why they are with you and why they will work with you. So you have to determine the goal. Then third is set expectation. So in order to making creating an effective team, you need to set an expectations for every each and every individual. Without expectations, people will not put extra effort on the same task. So fifth stage is monitor and review. So you will create a purpose, you will gather a team, you will determine the goal, then you will set an expectation. Then after all the work, you need to monitor them, and you need to give you need to review them. So if you won't do these things, then your team effective team will not create. Then after all this stage, you need to celebrate and the reward. So if one of your team member is doing well, so you need to, if your one of team member is not doing well, so you will monitor him or her, or you will review him. But if your team member is doing well, so you need to give a reward to him, to motivate him, to encourage him, that he will do the same thing again and again for the reward or for the celebration maybe. So this was an entire process of making an effective team. Now we will have a look on the effective team advantages. So here are a few advantages. So let's start one by one. So the first advantage of effective team is increased productivity. So of course you have a effective team in your group, so your productivity will always increase, because if you have many talents in one house, in one group, so your productivity is definitely is going to be increased. Second one is support network. So if you have different mind in a different mindset of people in your one group, so you will have a different networks with from each and every individual. uh, as the third one is problem solving. So if you or any one of your team members got stuck at any problem, so your team member can the another individual can help them to resolve that problem. So problem solving is one of the important aspects of the advantages of team building. Fourth is flexibility. Of course, if you have a team, so if there is any issue with any individual and he or she may cannot come for the work, so another team member can take that place, and your work will continuously start. Last but not the least is new idea and opportunities. So obviously if you have a effective team, so every individual's perception is different. So all individuals think differently, so obviously new idea and opportunities will come for your business. So this could be an advantage. everything has an advantage, so limitation is. So here are few limitation is. So the first limitation is longer project timelines. So obviously if you are working in a team, so everyone will take their time to think, to elaborate, to decide. So it can be a longer project timeline. Second one is personality clashes. Everyone cannot coordinate with each other, so there is highly chances to clash a personality. So this is the second biggest issue. Then obviously the third point is free rider. So in every organization there are few free riders who do not do anything, who do not contribute for a project, but they take a credit, so they ride free on others work. So there are a free riders in every organization. Fourth one is reduce innovation. So in order to reduce innovation means, if you are an entrepreneur, if you are a manager, and you are not encouraging and rewarding a person who is doing consistently good for your company. So so the next time, if you are not rewarding him, so he's not going to put an extra effort, because everyone is getting same payment or same reward. So why he's gonna be invest his energy, extra energy in that? So reduced innovation can happen in order to create an effective team. Last but not the least is organizational challenge. So if you have a if you have an effective team, so many organizations faces many challenges. So this could be an limitations for effective team making. So this was the limitations of making an effective team. So let's try to understand in details from the so let's try to understand with the example. So here is a fiction example of making and team building. So we all have seen this web series called Money Heist. So let's try to understand the team building lesson from the Money Heist. So there was a professor who was planning to was planning for a robbery, gold robbery, or the money robbery. So he was making a team. So in order to build a team, he was a perfect guy who has managed that, who has created a team. So let's try to understand the lessons from Money Heist. So the first lesson is recruit right. So professor always hires a right people, and he placed them at the right place. So he hires a right man. Like he need one lawmaker, key lock opener. So he hired out that people. Then he need few shooters. Then he need managers. And he need few out of the box thinkers. So he hired that type of people for his team. Then second one is training and the team building. So before robbery, they went to a place where they have done a training for themselves. They have training for their team members. So training and team building is one of the important part in effective team making. If you have to work together, if you have to coordinate with each other, your team building should be strong. So they have done in their web series. The third one is the manager makes the team. So if you have remember that there was a manager, I don't remember his name. So he made the team, like who is gonna do these things, who is gonna do these things. So always manager makes the team, not an entrepreneur, because entrepreneurs operate the business from the top, but manager work on the ground level. So obviously managers should make a team. Second last is purpose, shared value and the purpose. So you have to share a value with your team and give them a purpose, like why they are doing this thing. So professors always gives a value and a purpose to their team, like why you are doing this, what you will get with this after doing this. So purpose and value is more important in team building. And last but not the least, anatomy is the one of the important part of the team building, and professor always does these things. So in order to create a good effective team, you need to be anatomy. So these all were the examples of the making an effective team. So we have seen in the presentation definition, detailed understandings, then process, then few advantages and limitations. Then we have an example of the money heist. So this was my complete entire presentation, and here I would like to end my presentation. Thank you so much.